Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome back in. Family members, good to see you again. Others, it's great to have you here. Brown Eyed Girl, hello. Jackie Taylor, Muzu, Miriam M. Cinderelli, Jackie Taylor, hello. Neela Brandner, Guardian Angel. Miriam M. Hello, Texas Cowgirl Up, Riley Rue, Queen Cece, good to see you again. Hope Floats, thank you for being here to mod. Lori, hello, everyone. I'm so appreciative that you would spend your Saturday night with me. Saturday, November 30th. Lloyd Llama, love the name. Hello. Treed Squirrel, good to see you. Keep up the chatter, always a pleasure. Starlita. Lido, Pamela Hale. Hi, Jen Benners. Thank you for being here to mod. All the mods who are in the house right now, thank you so much. Everyone who is here, thank you. Peacemaker. Justice for Kylo. Guardian Angel. Benny Boo. Laura Nunley. Not going to be able to give to everyone, but Poppy Love, good to see you. All my friends and family, good to have you. I hope you had a good afternoon. Hi, Lori. Hope you all had a wonderful afternoon. Few things have come up that you all have shared with me. Hi, Susan Kemp, Lori Wind, Karen, Sky Maiden, Tam here, Moonstruck Mama, Ebony, Christina, Alaska, Jane Kendall. Good to see all of you. Hi, Kelly X. Yes, thank you. Hit that like button as you come in. Hi, 99 Sunflowers True Crime. How are you doing? All Things Serious. Michelle Scott, thank you for being here to mod. So many of you. Hello, Austin and Cindy Lou. Welcome in. So I understand. Oh, who just posted that? Ginger Girl, you're amazing. Was that Ginger Girl? Someone just posted the link for, oh, Hope Floats. Thank you. Posted the iPhone membership link. For some reason, that's a different way to join, I guess. If you have an iPhone, you need a different way. You know, Deanna, that's okay. I think they meant well. Hello, Victoria. They did mean well. They explained it. They apologized. They meant well. They were just thinking, I want him found. I don't care who found him, finds him, nor do we. And I just explained, you know, in my opinion, I don't want it. I want it to go to people who are actually investigating and helping. And after my call to Sumner County, I don't. I give it to the FBI at Night Dog and Nick. So hello everyone. So it was an error, unfortunately. And remember when I said I will forward it to the proper people, and I have. Hi, car guy. I just, not gonna release it to people on a first name basis, if you know what I'm trying to say, you know. So we need to let's remember, if I'm going to turn something in, let me do it. They don't need 20 of us to turn it in anyway. Hello, Gaia Love 17 from upstate New York. Hello, Jen. So, hi, Reach for the Sky, everyone who's in here. We are going to talk about a couple of things, and then we're going to finish the very first interview that Proudfoots ever did. We started last night. We'll recap real quick some of the things we've come up with up to that point, and we'll continue. But I do want to say that I understand let's not mention any creators in the chat, because even if you're being positive about them, I do need a tardy slip. You're right, Jen Benners. You're right. I got a phone call. Hi, Irony Rose. Adam Forever 21. So if I say a creator's name right now, which I'm not going to say, but if we're talking, please don't comment on them, because if you you're putting your Christmas decorations up, Joanne. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're with us. If you say something positive about a creator, someone else in the house may not agree and may start saying things negative. That's why I prefer we just not bring in other creators. Now, if I ask you the name of a creator, like put down initials or let me know who you're talking about, where I can go see something, that's different. Okay. One thing I do want to bring up about another creator today, don't mention who it is. Thank you for hitting the like, Miss Sharon. Yes, there is a young man missing, and trust has been broken, in my opinion, in certain situations, and so I go to who I trust, but I do make sure things are reported. Hi, Kelly X, Irony Rose, keep up the chatter, everyone here. So here's what's being said right now, and I want us to analyze it because I have a very amazing group of critical thinkers. I was told, hi, Rita, good to see you. I was told, Elaine, hello. I was told that another creator is talking live and is stating that. Now, there's things we can pull from this. Miss Sharon, you're from Australia. Hello, little Miss Sharon. Always amazes me how far our reach is, right? Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is being discussed in Australia. So another creator is discussing the fact that, and I didn't hear it, it was told to me, that allegedly Katie Proudfoot is stating, allegedly, because I'm just giving you hearsay, because several of you have emailed me about it. And I appreciate that, by the way, because I would not turn on this channel. And some of you do hear and listen. You're our ears for those of us who don't like to go to them. But anyway, another channel is stating that Katie Proudfoot is stating that Seth emailed her and said, let's put Sebastian in a home. Okay, allegedly. And that apparently the home is in Utah, Colorado, or Columbia, Tennessee, allegedly. Now, what I say from this is this. My take, my opinion, you go watch that live, listen to whatever you want, because I always want you to do your research. I love to research, but I always want you to do your research. Yeah, exactly, Mindy. Wow. So if you exactly hope floats, here we go. We think alike. That's why I love this community. Marcy, are you from Australia too? Says Maurice, Australia. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Jane Kendall, hello from England. Of course not, Sam R. So let me here's what I'm thinking. You remember I sent a flyer to a place I had called in Tennessee for autistic children, behavioral challenges. It's a residential place, but it's for kids in Tennessee, but they're sent to Utah. Now we need to go back and see if when I was talking about that was around the time that I got one of my warning. I don't know. But anyway, hi, Miss Keto Bite. Welcome in. Number 14 to hit that like. All righty. Another New Zealander. Messy Jessie, how are you? I'm not buying it either, Dr. Dot. So I'm going to tell you what I think about it. We all think the same, right? First of all, Hope Folks, you just brought something up that I want to say is Seth Rogers' phones and all his technology was taken immediately. If they had ever, and they went through it, if they had seen an email from Seth Rogers saying, let's put Sebastian in a home, allegedly, then that would have 9 months ago, we would have had answers, correct? Because they had his technology. The one allegedly, according to Seth's technology, that was not scoured in until 2 weeks after Sebastian went missing is the Proudfoots. Only their phones were taken. Hello, Forever Glow. So here's my take on why this is being said, and it's just my opinion. I believe that at night, Nick and Dog, what they revealed in the parking lot of the Texas Roadhouse, and if you were at the members live this morning, we looked at something that kind of connected to it. Think about it. Okay. I believe, in my opinion, that this is being said now because they're getting close. So my hope is this. My hope is that truly KP did put him in a home, and that's where he is. And now she wants to, in my opinion, this narrative lets me think that they want to she wants to blame the father with her, like it was a parental decision. We will all be eating humble pie. I do not. That one I don't recall. Well, Christina Latsky, we did find out that some of those places do put the kids in under a different name, and they fill the medications, which so they do not pop up in the yeah, when you hit the like, thank you, Kelly S. When you hit that like button, tell us your number. Good job. So I think this is a way to say it was a parental decision and bring him down with her. But remember, they scoured his electronics. And remember, a digital footprint was found by someone tied to the case. But I don't believe that was Seth. So 138. Thank you, Laura Arnold. So that's my take on it. Okay, that is just simply my take. They did not take Sebastian's laptop, I believe he said. Then they can't be licensed. Okay. See, we're getting even more information. Wait, I want to put that up. Thank you, Christina, for educating us. So if they go in under those places where they put them in under, they cannot be licensed. I've managed such facilities. Thank you, both public and private. So, Christina, would it have to be that he would be under the name Sebastian Rogers? Also, what if they put him under with a fake birth certificate? I don't know. I'm trying to read your comments. I'm sorry. I don't care what happens now. That could have been a sarcastic remark, in my opinion. They clipped it. She's smart. Oh. Uh-huh. Interesting. I don't know why they would fake a runaway, because the father didn't have anything to do with it. He doesn't know where his son is. Maybe they put him somewhere. So maybe they didn't even want him home for the weekends. Maybe they didn't want Seth to have him. Allegedly. Maybe whoever did this didn't want certain things to get out to Seth. I don't know. I do not know, my friends. But I sure hope that we know soon. Hello, Tish Hunter and Diorant. The Ivy Ridge type schools are even in other countries. I know. Sam R, it's silly. It's silly. And it's I don't know, Lisa. I know less than our dear friend in here who's Christina, can you answer that question? The question is the facility would have had to speak up. Is that correct? Even Paris Hilton stayed in one here. All right, where is here, Jen? Where are you? Polly Pepper? So they could say he ran away, so maybe no one would trace that they did something with him and put him somewhere. Put him away. Well, a fatal paper cut, I do know that you can buy a fake birth certificate, just like you can buy a fake driver's license, a fake passport. I think the move in the middle of the night would have been because They wanted people to think he ran away and they didn't put him somewhere. Allegedly, in my opinion, whoever did this. Mm, we all have the same last name. I don't know, Forever Glow, if this is even true. I'm just saying for them to say on a live that Katie said he emailed her and said, let's put him in a home, and something about Utah, Colorado, and Columbia, Tennessee. And I'm thinking she's allegedly they're trying to get ahead of something, in front of something. That's just the way I look at it. It's just my humble, very humble, absolutely not opinion. It's just an opinion. I'm not a professional. That's what I'm worried about. But I did get a message. I sent a message to get it to Seth. I let Nick the Hat know that was being said. I also reported the things that we discussed today earlier. Hi, Cherise. Jackie Taylor, I have no idea. I don't know if they're showing an email. I have no idea what they're doing. Um, I don't know. I can tell you the first initial, and you'll be able to figure it out, of the channel is C. Okay. So, it's been mentioned. Yes, I tell Nick everything. I tell Nick and Dog's team everything. So, and the FBI will take my info. I will take my info elsewhere. I mentioned it once to another creator who took me serious a few weeks ago. I'm not sure what that means. Tam here, I'm not sure what that means. Don't write it, Jackie Taylor. Oh, you saw a forwarded email? Oh, a forwarded email. Interesting. Okay. You know, I heard that too. And wasn't it a allegedly, wasn't it a Proudfoot? I'm not sure what someone, I didn't understand. I will take my info elsewhere. I mentioned it once to another creator. He took me serious a few weeks ago. Let me see what Tam's talking about, because I'm not caught up here. Let me see what Tam is talking about. Who knew who he was? Oh, I know what you mean. Okay. Okay, I got you, Tam. I'm going back and I'm following you now. Ah. Okay, Tam, you are welcome to email me at crimetimebuzz@gmail.com. You are welcome to email me. I pray he's safe and alive. Oh, absolutely, they would not cover for Seth. So I don't believe this. Yes, I don't believe it. Wow. Okay, this is more information. They didn't need anything. Okay, interesting. Did you have to prove that you had parental ties? You did it through DocuSign electronically? Oh my. That's what I'm thinking, Kelly X. I know, exactly. Even drove to North Carolina. I think you're right, a fatal paper cut. Miriam M, I think so too, but I think that right now, do you remember with the Summer Wells case once kids were taken out of the home and there was that legal battle, the the case regarding Summer got kinda had to be put on hold with certain conversations and interviews because that was going on. So I'm wondering if he waits until that he finds his son and then he goes in or something like that. I don't know if it would affect what can be investigated, said, searched, I don't know. I don't have that answer, but oh, I'm hoping for sure he sues. Absolutely, whoever did this. So I don't know if there is a facility, friends. We're just discussing what was being said. Yes. Yes, Zulu. Yes, Zulu. Correct. Mm. Crime Time Buzz. Long time ago, at beginning of this, a creator showed KP knew this autistic place in Virginia and has the same last name as her maiden name. So Payne. Okay. Thank you, Christina. That is very helpful. Christina's saying they would need paperwork, medical files, educational files, and the doctors and the schools would therefore know. Queen Cece, it was Clarksville. I'm sure. I know. Okay. Gotcha. Hi, Sweet Pea. Good to see you, Alicia P. Luminous. Luminous, that was good. Hi, Ebony. Oh, great connection. Listen to what Ebony's saying. I think it's interesting that after the Texas Roadhouse incident, the statement from Texas Roadhouse indicating they are cooperating with dog, that only then does the green sweatshirt info come out. Very interesting point. Luminous, that's just too funny. I got to put this up. I just got to put it up as just for a giggle. There you go, all. Oh, that's funny. Sometimes you guys just put things in there that tickle me. They're funny. You're hilarious. Okay. Thank you. Please hit the like button on your way in. It did make the news how they treated her. And I do want to bring up something else. I need to put my banner across for domestic violence. And also, we need to get a suicide hotline going. I said I would do that because we do have survivors in our community and people and in their families. Hi, wait, what? And they reminded us that this is also a time that is very hard for individuals. Hi, CB, Queen of Osane. Um, Anything new? Yes. In light of what's going on in Texas Roadhouse, the three creepers in the parking lot, one of them whom spoke to the mother for under a minute, there is now a channel, and they are on now saying that there was email allegedly of Seth asking Katie Proudfoot, allegedly hearsay, um, to that for them to put Sebastian in a home. And allegedly, what they're saying, I didn't listen. I'm going by what's said to me, so this is third hand. Allegedly, what they're saying is it would be Columbia, Tennessee, possibly Utah or Colorado, and that I think that's a bunch of you know whaty. And what I'm thinking is KP is scared. Oh, suicide prevention hotline. You can just dial 988. Thank you. And I will get that on the banner too. Thank you. 988. So I think what's happening is now that it has been released that the mother was speaking to other people in the parking lot, which does mean she lied about the last people to see her son. Obstruction of justice, in my opinion. Now that she knows they know, I think they're trying to get in front of it by saying, well, it was us parents, we made a decision. But why would they go by saying a child ran away? It doesn't make sense if both of them were involved. Now, if one were involved, it would make sense to say a child ran away because you wouldn't want the other parent to know you did it, allegedly, in my opinion. Yes, I agree, Kelly X. Yes, I agree, Jackie Taylor. Oh, yes. And you know what? If this is the case, I hope it is because it means Sebastian is with us. And if this is the case, I hope they make her, whoever did this, pay every penny back. Every penny back for the searching. So that's the news right now. I think so too. Wait, what? Mm-hmm. Right. Also, they aren't home right now. I told you all that. They aren't there. It's just the floodlights and that's all that's on and nothing else. The guy with gloves and mask. No, I do not believe at all that Seth Rogers has anything to do with his son's disappearance other than being the only one searching for him of the three of them, allegedly. I think sounds like the other side's running out of content. Follow the money. Follow the money. Yes, I can absolutely. Crime Time Buzz, can you tell us when did we move from 2 people to 3 people? And is this all new info or is it the ones in the parking lots? The ones in the parking lot at the Texas Roadhouse. There is an individual. Tam here, I did not see the images. What I heard was, and I'm going to put this one up while I'm addressing it. What I heard was the person in the green sweatshirt was a little heavier built. The person in the yellow raincoat was taller and thin. The person in the green sweatshirt was not fat, just a little more stockier. Okay. And the person in the yellow raincoat was tall and thin and wearing a jumbo face mask. Then there was a third individual who walked by in blues. I heard surgical gloves, but now I've been told it's their blue surgical gloves from someone who heard, I believe, from Justin. So now that all that's going down and the story is no longer, it's changing. There's situations, right? There's footage, and like one said, maybe now that Texas Roadhouse is cooperating, that's where the footage came from. Why didn't it? Why didn't, again, why were the initial investigators in this case not willing to release it and try and find out who they were? Or ask the mother. The mother knows who she spoke to. She could maybe, I don't know, but I don't believe a story that Seth wanted to put his son in a home. Seth, let me tell you, this is my take on this father. I've dealt with a lot of parents through being a teacher. If Seth had to put Sebastian ever for some reason, they had to put him in a home for, to help him. My opinion is Seth would move right where he had to go. Seth moved to Tennessee because Sebastian moved to Tennessee. So if Seth were ever allegedly going to put him in a home, which he did not, that's ludicrous that that's being said tonight, that he sent Katie an email saying that. He would move to the state just like he did when Sebastian moved to Tennessee. So he drove to North Carolina. I'm just telling you. So I don't know, Tam, here the size, but I can just tell you that one was more stocky, not fat, and the other was tall and thin. So I don't know if that fits escorts. Are you talking about like psychiatric escorts, Tam, here? Sebastian was only diagnosed a year prior? Was it only a year? Wait, what? Oh, really? Did you do that, Alicia P? Hi, Barbalua. They did tell CPS. Yes. Wait, what? That did happen. Seth has told us that CPS was told he was not involved in his son's life. Seth told us that. Seth has been through so much. Absolutely, I don't believe it for 1 second. But you know what I do believe? If it's being said, I believe it's because they're getting close and someone's trying to come up with a more innocent narrative now, trying to quickly come up with answers. Because I'm sure they did not expect, whoever's involved, did not expect all of these bigwigs to get involved in this case. They saw it going cold. The one that starts with the C, Brown 3Y3. They saw it getting cold and they were completely, the people responsible, content with that. But Sebastian has a father who wasn't content with that and wouldn't stop. Can I show the X comment from At Night about the 3 persons of interest? Sure. Let me find it. It's from At Night 5 hours ago? Sure. Wonder if I saw it. Did we watch it on our live? Oh no, look. Oh yes, okay. Okay. I certainly will. I think shared this earlier and it's important. We need to share it again. Thank you so much, CB, for that reminder. Appreciate it. And I believe it was Miss Misty Fisher who let me know that some of you don't have X, you don't get to see those posts. So when I do read them, you'd prefer I show you so you can see them too. And I love that kind of feedback. Thank you. I really do when you all send me stuff like that. Okay, so there's a post 5 hours ago, and it is from At Night Intelligence. CB, thank you for the reminder. It says public update on the search for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, November 30th. And I love that they do this daily pretty much. At Night Private Intelligence is issuing an important update in the search for 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Our ongoing efforts have led to the preliminary identification of 3 persons of interest, POIs, in connection with the events of February 25th, 2024, the night Sebastian disappeared. Now, I wonder if that's 3 in addition to the alleged person wanted for trafficking and the alleged person related by marriage. PO number 1. We have reason to believe this person has direct knowledge of what unfolded that evening and may hold critical information. Excuse me, let me start over. I'm sorry, friends. POI 1. We have reason to believe this person has direct knowledge of what unfolded that evening and may hold critical information about Sebastian's disappearance. Person of interest number 2. This individual is believed to be working with the first person of interest in some capacity and may provide valuable context or corroborating details. Person of interest number 3. So they got 2 working together, they think, okay? And the first one has direct knowledge of what unfolded, they believe. And the 2 are working together. Person of interest 3 While potentially unrelated to the other two, this person is believed to possess knowledge that could shed light on the events leading to Sebastian's disappearance. At this stage, we are not disclosing further details about these individuals, but we emphasize that identifying and speaking with them is critical to the ongoing efforts. And isn't it just a darn shame that the mother of a missing child won't just come forward and help them out? Nationwide focus. We urge anyone with information about these individuals to come forward, regardless of their location. These persons of interest may not reside in Tennessee or may have traveled across state lines, making nationwide awareness crucial. Ears and eyes, friends. If you see something, say something, even if it's suspicious and seems little. How you can help. If you have any information about these individuals or their whereabouts, please contact us or federal officials. We are incredibly grateful for the public support and patience. We encourage anyone with information to come forward and join us in this mission. Together, we can bring Sebastian safely home and establish a legacy of hope for others. If you have information concerning the whereabouts of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, you can send things to your local FBI office, the nearest American embassy or consulate, tips.fbi.gov. Also, Dog the Bounty Hunter at 833-TELL-DOG, 835-5364, or at night, 844-922-3236, or by texting 332-252-3636. You can also email tips to most wanted at manhunts.one, and they get back to you very quickly. And one thing I will tell you is it says you can call Sumner County Sheriff's Office, but I will let you know I have called and it took me 6.5 minutes to get to dispatch. But the number is 615-451-3838 if you want to call them. Our commitment, we remain steadfast in our pursuit of answers and will continue to follow every lead in the effort to bring Sebastian home. These three persons of interest represent a significant development, and we are dedicated to uncovering the truth for Sebastian and his family. Thank you for your vigilance and support. Together, we will find the answers needed to bring Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers home. There's the sweatshirt. Let me make sure you're all still seeing that. Oops. Okay. There is the similar to the sweatshirt, the colors and the letter coloring. I believe that it's getting close. Someone brought up a good point that if they can see those details on the sweatshirt, they may be able to see a face. I hope so. Hello, Flickery Foot, Tracy Dellin. I doubt it, Flickery Foot. It sounds like he saw part of it. Okay, Renee. Are you talking about the one we were just saying? I'm a meme girl, cute. Maybe CP and KP coming up with this like a wild goose chase. Maybe. Oh, absolutely. Totally agree. He moved to Tennessee to be with Sebastian. So if he were going to put Sebastian, if Sebastian needed to go into a residential or a temporary home, my opinion is Seth would move where he is. He wouldn't just desert him and call him a runaway. He has gone where he moved to Tennessee to be with Sebastian. He followed Sebastian. Now, the only one, in my opinion, that wouldn't follow is the very person who hasn't spoken or done anything, but that's just my opinion. Okay, so great. So I will continue to show you. Let me show you a couple of other things then that's on here. Thank you for that, letting me know. Oh, that's not that one. Okay. Was this a different one? Okay. 5 hours ago. Okay. 5 hours ago. 5 hours ago. I just want to catch you up. They reposted this one. I will read this to those who have not heard it. This was from 2 days ago, Thanksgiving. At night, private intelligence is seeking the public's assistance in identifying an individual. At that point, it was just the green hoodie person seen near the Texas Roadhouse in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Since then, we have learned that a person taller and thinner in a yellow raincoat with a large COVID mask also walked by, as well as a person with surgical gloves on. This location is significant as it marks the last known whereabouts of 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. On February 25th, 2024, between 5:30 p.m. and 10 p.m., an individual wearing a hoodie with distinctive features was observed in the area. The hoodie appears to be olive green or military green, though lighting conditions at the time may affect its apparent color. The hoodie prominently features light-colored angular patterns on the chest area that resemble geometric or stacked designs. These details stand out against the darker fabric. The hoodie appears to have a casual fit and may include drawstrings near the hood. While the green shade is a key observation, other colors or details may emerge due to varying lighting or visual distortions in the footage. During a brief interaction lasting less than a minute, this individual was seen speaking with the mother of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, seconds before he was last seen on surveillance that fateful evening. While the nature of this interaction will not be disclosed at this time, we believe this person may have information that could provide helpful context about the events leading up to Sebastian's disappearance. If you were in the area of Texas Roadhouse on February 25th, 2024, between 5:30 and 10, or if you are this individual, we kindly ask for your assistance. Please contact us using the following information. So can you tell me that the mother is cooperating if they can't just get the information from the mother, allegedly, in my opinion? Photos or videos, any images or videos capturing individuals, vehicles, or activity in the area during the specified time frame would be greatly appreciated. Witness accounts, any observations or details related to the individual or activity in the area could provide valuable information. We sincerely appreciate your cooperation in helping bring Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers home. And that catches us up on the updates for right now. Okay, where are you guys talking about? Where are we talking about it? There is a channel that allegedly is on live right now, TJ, stating that allegedly Seth emailed Katie and said, let's put him in a home. And they're allegedly saying Utah, Colorado, or Columbia, Tennessee. And we know Seth did not do that. My opinion, it makes KP look even more guilty. Like she's now admitting something, okay, allegedly, in my opinion, and she's trying to say it was a parental decision. But both parents he wouldn't have gone away with a runaway, and he wouldn't have been doing this to his life. He would have followed his son like he did to Tennessee. Okay. Thank you, Ginger Girl. I appreciate that. Thank you. You missed the first 15 minutes, CB? Okay, well, what we were talking about was that live. Just what I was saying is that I don't believe it. I think it's just another way to get in front or distract. Or she's terrified because now allegedly they know she talked to someone and she lied and said the last people to see him alive were two aunts, a cousin, and the wait staff. And that was a lie. That obstructed the investigation. She should be arrested, in my opinion, for obstructing justice. Okay? It's being said on another channel. Yes, I do, TR. TJ at 69. It's one of the channels that are. Hi, Little Red Zero. Good to have you here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. It is another channel in here. I call it all BS too. I bet Nick will come out with a statement very soon. Lisa, I think you're correct. I think you're correct. I will just say, TJ, exactly. TJ, you just hit it on the head. Maybe, but that's allegedly the channel, TJ. I'm going to mute you all for a second before we go to our interview. I need to let my dog out and I'll be right back. It won't take long. Okie dokes. So today we looked at an image. Today we listened to the dispatch about the reflection jacket, them saying it was a 20-year-old that they checked on the night before. All the mods, I appreciate you being in here and helping out. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ginger Girl, for everything you're posting. Thank you, all of you, for everything you're posting. I appreciate it. We have a wonderful community. I don't either. I don't believe it. So anyway, we are going to finish. Hi, Kramaland. Wouldn't LE have? Well, I would think they did have the footage, yes, Kramaland, and that's what's very sad, in my opinion, that they've had it for 8 months. Okay. Yeah. Very sad. Yes, you are right. They would have had it. And they chose to show the father a portion of it. Yes. So, and Kramaland, she never said she stopped to speak to someone in the parking lot who waved to Sebastian and Sebastian knew. Omission is a lie. Yes. When a child is missing and you are the last person responsible and with them, and you leave out crucial information, and your narrative is never the same more than once, can't get two similar stories, you darn right it's a lie, in my opinion. And she spoke to someone, she never mentioned it. And when your child is missing, you don't leave things out. So, yes, the lie of omission. And I don't understand how anyone can continue when there's a child's life at hand to question things like that about her. Where is she? Why isn't she searching? Why isn't she speaking up for her son? And why did she not tell the last people who she spoke to and who saw Sebastian last? And she also left out one of her stops that day, but I'm not releasing that yet. So, yes. So, this is a mother who isn't speaking. This is a mother who isn't searching. Okay. Yeah. She mentioned colossal popcorn, but not a dude in a green sweatshirt, the last person to see her son. Give me a break. Okay. I'm sorry. I agree. I love everyone to have their own opinions, but please don't send a message saying, how do we know she lied? Omission is a lie. And when a child's life is at stake, she should be behind damn bars. Excuse my language. You know, I'm not normally like that. Okay. She would have searched for her dog more than she searched for her son. Okay. So let's just get off the subject. Okay. They don't make colossal popcorn, Diana Bond. I called. They have a colossal pretzel, not a colossal popcorn. I called months ago. And they opened like a week or two before he went missing. Yes, there's a lot of places who don't know he's missing. And it breaks thank you. We're not gonna sit in here and pretend mama's doing right. Okay? There's a lot of moms out searching for their kids. There's a lot of moms giving one narrative, one truth. There's a lot of moms out there who can tell honestly who was the last person who saw their child. So please don't tell me that's not a lie. It's a lie of omission. Okay. And there is no colossal popcorn at BJ's. It's a colossal pretzel. She's full of you know what. I'm sorry. I have she needs to, like Lori Vallow had to, they need to tell her to produce the child. And when she doesn't, they need to put her behind bars till someone starts speaking. Yes, he said that the sweatshirt has geometric shapes. Now, another creator saw the sweatshirt and said they're almost look like letters too. You know, I can answer that. Are they still trying to find out where CP was? In my opinion, Sumner County is not. In my opinion, Dog, Nick, At Night, One World are. Yes. Okay, y'all, I'm not putting up with it tonight. I'm really sorry. Adios. We're not doing it. We are simply not going to do it. I'm kicking out. Sorry. We're not putting up with it. Okay, so let's go ahead. And yesterday we started with their very, very first interview. I know it is a roller coaster of emotion for all of us. And I think that it's just really important that hi, Machete, really important that we don't do that. We're not gonna play that little drama game in here. Thank you, Little Red Zero. Yeah, I just headed up to here with the comments from him. Okay. Who says she lied? I'm sorry. I can't anymore. It's just like, how can you even? Okay. So here is what we covered so far yesterday. What we noticed immediately is KP in the first 51 minutes of this very first ever interview where they are speaking of Sebastian. She has very few words because CP interrupts her, takes the narrative over completely. Okay. Now, what we have found out is originally when KP brought up these stories, she said he had a really good weekend. Actually, we got home from supper. He was playing. She did not mention he was playing in his room. She said he went to bed, said, "Love you, Mom, love you, pups." A little later, I myself went to bed and he wasn't there when I went to wake him up. He wasn't here. No times. Never mentioned the trash being taken out as the chore. Never mentioned the 3-hour call. Then in interrupts CP. And we were also making notes of, it could be a name of a college or a frat house. And you know what? I was in a sorority. If it is indeed geometric letters, tell Justin, if he thinks it's in Greece, to send it to me, because I do know the Greek alphabet. Okay, and so let's see here. CP interrupts and says, "Let's be crystal clear and transparent." We had a call at 9:46 that lasted quite some time. All logs and verification from all law enforcement departments, including DBI, have been cleared and verified. Okay. Then he said, and then KP said he doesn't have there are no shoes missing. CP, of course, said he doesn't have a history of running. Everyone in the neighborhood knows him. although he doesn't go outside much and he keeps to himself, somewhere between the hours of 12 p.m. and 6 a.m., vanished, gone. I don't like that he uses the word gone. Okay. After the phone call, he said, started at 9:46. He said, about midnight, he woke Katie up because she was falling asleep, said, put the dogs up. So that's in that first narrative from him, not her. She left that out. Go to bed about midnight. And he says, he distances himself then. He says, then we have a worried mom who can't find her son in the house. She calls me and I say, do what? I called the sheriff. A three-way call is not mentioned. It is not mentioned that he and Katie called. It is not mentioned at all. It is just said he called the sheriff because that's what we're supposed to do. But interestingly enough, he admits on Sebastian's phone that Sebastian can call 911 for an emergency. Why would he if he's not supposed to, right? But anyway, so we keep going. And I took notes, and that's why I'm just catching everyone up who wasn't here yesterday, and then we'll get into the rest of it. They were asked if all the old wells, this is, by the way, from Duchess True Crime. She is the very first creator or news reporter or news outlet to interview the Proudfoots. She asked if there were any old wells and mines, and this was, by the way, on March 3rd, that he could have fallen in. KP said they searched them and they dived ponds. Okay. Duchess asked if any ponds were drained and that if they searched all the pipes. CP, of course, answered they got the data on the caves, water recovery. He's not sure, though, if they drained ponds, but they walked ponds. They used cameras in the sewer. Then he corrected himself. It wasn't sewers. It was drainage pipes where the water runs off. Was searched by dive teams. Okay. Duchess asked, could he have met a friend via Minecraft? You never know. We're at Costco on Saturday. And she said, KP said, she said, were you at Costco on Saturday? CP's response, yes, my wife was at Costco on Saturday with the shirt, the shirt that's in the picture. Had to clarify what shirt, she was at BJ's on Sunday. He said he does not have online gaming. He said even the police, when they came to scan all the electronics, said, boy, you guys are good. These are clean. And he said, yes, sir, we believe in online. We don't believe in online gaming. Loves to toot his own horn, in my opinion. Their electronics, she said their electronics were all combed through. This was on March 3rd. However, Seth, the father, says for 2 weeks, their electronics were not, his were, but not theirs, just their phones. Okay. Let's see what else. Duchess mentioned that his favorite color was green. What else could we learn about him? She said, he sure does look sweet. And KP said, he is. And she was trying to talk, and CP came in and said, yes, his favorite color is green, and he's got the goofiest, quirkiest smile. He likes Minecraft. He loves to dance. KP said he likes to fish, then they said that, and then Duchess said, is he a swimmer and does he like water? And of course, CP answered again, he's like a fish in the water, but he doesn't like to get dirty, doesn't like his hands dirty, doesn't like bugs. He's a pool kid, not a river or a stream. But yet, my friends, he will walk out barefoot in the dark and go on a journey. Give me a break. Okay. Another thing that was said, and I want to explain it to you. Duchess said there's been some misinformation going around that you wanted to clear up about TBI assisting, and people thought the FBI was, but you said it's confusing about the FBI and the card team. So, of course, Proudfoot clarifies the FBI and the card team are assisting from a distance. The card team was apparently, as he put it, considering whether they will come. I'm going to call malarkey on that right now. The card team is the FBI's child abduction rapid deployment team. They're not sitting around 7 days after a child has an Amber Alert deciding whether or not to go. Okay? If they go and they go immediately. So I call malarkey on that. Okay? Then he says this case is extremely unusual, so they're consulting from a distance. And he says, and then KP got a word in. When he finished, she said, he's a pretty happy kid usually. And she calls him Bubba. And you guys remember the audio today, what that person, if you were in the members only live, what does that one person say they heard? What's one of the words that was heard? Bubba, allegedly. Okay? I'm just catching you up, and then we're going to go for it because I know. Yeah, this case will drive you batty, huh? Yes. Gen Absolute, they did their very first ever interview with a YouTuber, and then the next day they did it with local media. And then that same day is when Sumner County Sheriff's Office scaled back their search. Hello, Chris. Hello, everyone who's here. I'm just catching you up on what we listened to yesterday in their very first interview, and then we're going to finish that very first interview. So the trash chore was not mentioned. Let's see. He's a pretty happy kid usually, and she calls him Bubba. Very important right now. And then him saying the card team's thinking about whether or not they're coming. Oh, and she also said he likes to eat all the samples at BJ, so I took him. And people questioned that because they thought other people were with them as well. Okay, let's see. Duchess says, I understand the real father has him every other weekend. Does he know the route to Dad's? KP said Sebastian's father is very much involved in his life. CP said, we have a very uncommon relationship. We call each other, we talk to each other, we say, is he acting up? Well, of course, that's what CP would ask, is he acting up? In my opinion. No animosity, CP says. Very unusual relationship between the three of them, no animosity. So why is there now? They said he loves playgrounds. And then this bothered me the way CP said this. His idea of friends is the couple of buddies at school. His lifelong dream for birthday, Christmas is to have a friend, and he would do anything for a friend. That's concerning. That's how he could be lured, right? Let's see. He said hours and hours of looking through footage, and all of the footage in the neighborhoods that all of the neighbors have been so generous about has not shown anything yet of Sebastian. And they also said he wouldn't have walked to his dad's because anytime he's wanted to go to his dad's, he's never been not allowed to go. They either meet halfway or Seth comes and gets him, but he's never not been allowed to go, according to them. One thing they said is KP said he's very young in mind. Okay. So, and then CP said he may have the body and the age of a 15-year-old, but not the mind. Duchess brought up when asked what would make him leave, what happened, that Chris Proudfoot said that's what everyone wants to know and is the $1,000,000 question. Peter Hyatt said that should not be the $1,000,000 question. The $1,000,000 question shouldn't be why he did it, what made him leave. It should be where is he? Okay. KP then she said, "Is there anything you want Sebastian to hear if he's listening?" And KP said, "We love you and come home." And that was KP said that. CP of course said, "It's pretty simple. He's got a large family. We're all asking, where are you? We love you. Please come home." And he said he's welcoming and he's loved. And then he said this case is going to be studied for years. How can you say that 7 days in? How can you say that 7 days in that this case is going to be studied for years? So, else was said, we got a lot done, didn't we? He sees his father every other weekend. We have now since learned that that weekend he was supposed to be with Seth, but allegedly the Proudfoots changed that. And we're going to talk about that, but not tonight. Maybe we will. I don't know. Depends on our timing. KP said he has a crush on Taylor Swift. He likes Carrie Underwood. Also, when they were talking about 911 being on his cell phone, KP coughed. Okay. There was a pause, and then CP said he has the ability to call 911. Okay, but there was a cough there when asked if he could call 911 from his phone. Let's see. They said, Duchess said, "We understand you've been being harassed and attacked. Is there something you would like to put to rest and make clear?" He said, "Fact. Father, mother, myself cooperated, vetted, and we are literally, we're questioned and we are literally cleared." That was Chris Proudfoot's words. Father, mother, myself have cooperated. We've been vetted. We've been questioned, and we have literally been cleared. So to be transparent, have a custody case in another state that has been brought to public light. Because of that, I'm being looked at in a foul way. And that is where I believe we stopped. Okay, now let me see if anyone has questions before we go on. Get your notebooks out if you're wanting to take notes on this. Thank you, everyone who's posting the membership links and the supers and the PayPal. I appreciate that, my friends. I'm not one who will say it out loud usually or ask but so I appreciate y'all doing that while I'm busy here. Also, Hope Floats, thank you so much for putting that. Omitting information is definitely lying. And Nick posted something to that effect yesterday. Leaving out omission is a form of lying. Okay? Lying is not living. I am going to say it too, because I'm a parent. When my child was 2, we were in play groups. We had set up play dates. If you have a child who struggles socially, you as a parent, Lisa, I agree with you there. You as a parent should be arranging social experiences with other friends, not just leaving him in the house. Also, why didn't he have, if he loves playgrounds, why didn't they have equipment in the backyard for him? A playscape, a trampoline. You know, those things bother me. But yes, it was their responsibility to help him make friends, not just his idea of friends is. Yes, bring him home. Bring him home. Absolutely. Yes, he did, Dingster. Absolutely. And I'm sure they're watching our live, or they will be. Okay. They do watch our stuff, my friends. So be sure you say, in my opinion. So we are going to continue. Oops, if this is this, let me just make sure this isn't one of my mods. Got it. Okay. So we are going to finish the very first ever interview. That audio video, oh gosh, that audio gives me the creeps. You know what? I could play it for everyone now, right? Um, Let me think about it. Okay. Yeah, he didn't have anything to play with. And if he loved playgrounds, but he stayed in a lot and he didn't have anyone to play with, he would have loved to have a friend to take to the backyard. That's where you arrange things. You want to hear it, Diana Bond? In my opinion, Jay, we need to turn in my thoughts, crickets. I don't know what you mean. Can you explain, hun? Someone's making soup into chicken and rice soup. That sounds great. They should have helped him. That's especially when children struggle socially. That's when you need to interact and assist and help and call parents and things like that and say, could they come over? Maybe just let's start with an hour, something like that. Or could we meet at the park together and let the kids play? Things like that. You help them. Just like you help them take care of their snake. If it's overwhelming or it's something they're not jumping to do on their own, as the mother, you take their hand and you say, let's do this together, because you understand that some things, some days are harder than other days. Okay. And so you take their hand and say, let's do it together. Especially if you have a husband who you know is going to get rid of his snake. You help your child, in my opinion. You help them clean their room. Let's get everything off the floor, Sebastian. Okay, I'm going, Jen and Don. Oh, Jackie Taylor, thank you. Hold on. Jen and Don wants me to look at a comment. Read my comment above. I'm making my way to it, my friend. Oh, thank you. Is he in here? Jen and Don? Is he in here? Jen and Don, though, is he in here? Yeah. And Seth even said at the bowling alley he looks miserable. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead. Jackie Taylor, thank you. That's very kind of you, very thoughtful. Thank you so very much. We are going to go ahead and get to the audio, the second half. So get your notebooks ready. I'm going to mute myself once I get it set up. Thank you, Jen and Don. And Kimberly, we will see you soon. Misty, good to have you back. You need to eat because you need to get well. I'm going to mute and start the rest of the interview. First one ever, first narrative ever that the Proudfoots ever said. First times ever speaking out on their son. So let's hear what they said, the very first.
Chris, are you there? Can you hear me? Trev, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, maybe Chris lost signal. We'll give him a few minutes to come back. They may have had to mute out. Thank you, FarQ. I appreciate it. Chris, we're not able to hear you. They may have they may have gotten cut out with their Wi-Fi service. So if you need to come back, please let us know. I'm going to go over here to the chat while we wait for Chris. They may have had a phone call or something to come in, so we'll give them a few minutes. No rush. Discovering the Truth said, when my son was nonverbal, he had a speech device that was supposedly blocked from the company, so he couldn't go to any websites, and somehow he bypassed it. They're smarter than you think. Wow, Discovering the Truth. That is incredible. And he is a high-functioning autistic young man. So they have and look, Chris dropped. He must have lost his signal, guys, but he'll probably come back. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Chris, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Okay, that's like a Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now? I figured you might have lost signal.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll figure it out. We get it back every once in a while.
Okay, yeah, I understand. I understand.
He's high functioning. I mean, he's fully able to hold a conversation, and he walks and he loves to run.
Okay, well, that's good. And Rhonda wants to know if he has a special button on his phone.
No.
On his phone?
I don't. Mm-mm.
Okay.
But he doesn't have his phone.
Yeah, and he left his phone at home, so he doesn't have it. Says, I'm local and I'm trying to get a direction. Thank you. And says something about exit 5. Are you guys close to exit 5?
No, well, that depends. You can access off of what they call New Shackle Island Road, which I believe is exit 6.
Yes, I see. Thank you, Mrs. Clem.
Yeah, I believe it's exit 6, and exit 7 will be in Indian Lake. But as far as the special button on his phone, I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Yeah, me either. And I know Discovering the Truth said that, her child was able to get around the security system that they had kind of set up on the phone, so they couldn't access the websites, that it was locked. And apparently he got around it and was able to access it. And I guess that's kind of what they were talking about, in a couple of the texts in the chat. So that's what I was trying to address, because a lot of the people that come to my streams, they have children that are also autistic. So they deal with a lot of situations, and they can understand some of the things that you may be dealing with at this moment. I can only imagine what you're going through, not knowing where he is.
Without publicizing our address, the best I can tell you is we are off by the beach area, and that kind of area is where they've predominantly been focusing their searches.
Right.
When it comes to the special button, no. Just so some parents are aware, even if you lock down your child's phone, some children can actually turn their phone into safe mode, which would bypass the parental locks and then allow a child to go on the internet. There is a way to block that. You would have to look that up. That's too much in depth to go into. But no, I mean, when I say we're strict, we lock it down. We lock it down.
Okay, well, that's good to know. David Bryant, thank you so much for being here. David says, hey, one question. Do you think he would have stuck to roads, or do you think he could have went off into the wooded areas?
That is that's hard to say. We don't really have an answer, but all I can say is every avenue is being searched, regardless of woods, roads, anything. Everything that can be searched is currently being searched.
Reckless Ellis, thank you for being here. Reckless Ellis says, I'm not saying he did this whatsoever, but I did see a screenshot from Facebook where he yelled at the news and told them to get off his property. Is there any truth to that? Well, Reckless, I'll let them speak for themselves, but if the news was on my property, I might yell at them to get off my property too.
So I have not spoke to any news crew that have been physically on my property. I have spoken to a news crew that was down the street and just asked them politely, do not film my house. They were filming the police doing something, and that was perfectly okay. They gave me the word. We shook hands and politely moved on. So, no, I mean, as far as yelling it, the news, no.
Okay, well, thank you for clarifying that. I hope that helps, Reckless Ellis, and thank you so much for being here. Let's see. That's right, Leave It to Beaver. These are real people. Focus on the missing baby. Exactly. Thank you for being here, Miss Chewy. It's so good to see you. That's right. We all know that the child is in danger and needs to be home where he's safe, and that's all we need to know. I just want to make sure that people understand, like, this family is really going through it, and the focus needs to be on the child. So, and we just appreciate anyone that's able to get out there. Now, do they also have search dogs that have been out helping assist in the search?
Yes, ma'am. They have brought in dogs from various locations, from I believe from even other states as well as other areas within the state. So it is deeply, deeply being checked.
Okay, I'm going back over here. I see David Bryant's left another comment in chat. Okay, gotcha. We'll keep searching, praying for your families. I just posted multiple pictures from what my dog has found searching, and you can feel free to reach out if you would like me to search anywhere. So it sounds like David may have some search dogs himself. David, if you want to send me an email, or reach out to me with Facebook Messenger if you have any information that you would like for me to pass on to the family. I'll be more than happy to do that, and we appreciate that so very much. Jennifer Jennings, thank you for being here. Jennifer says, how long has he been married to the mom? Isn't he Seth's son? Who is searching for this boy, mom, dad, or who? Well, it sounds like there's a lot of people involved, including the mother, the father, the stepfather, and law enforcement. When you say how long has he been married to the mom, are you referring to Chris on panel? Julio, thank you so much for being here. Chris always treated my girls and son with nothing but kindness when we worked together. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, Julio. I know that probably means a lot to him. That's right, Jennifer. I think everybody is searching. It doesn't sound like there's any animosity with anybody that's going on here. So, and please be respectful in the chat. If you want to come in here and attack the family, the moderators can show you to the door. There's no need to announce your departure. Light and Sound says, I pray he wasn't being bullied at school. I imagine classmates who knew him have been interviewed. And yes, I do believe Chris said that earlier. And did he typically take his phone places with him, guys, or did he normally leave it at home?
Believe it or not, it was actually a struggle to get him to carry his phone. He's not like your typical teenager. He's not this kid that, you know, got to stick their head in the phone. He's not
glued to it.
One that's able to get out there. Now, do they also have search dogs that have been out helping assist in the search?
Yes, ma'am. They have brought in dogs from various locations, from I believe from even other states as well as other areas within the state. So it is deeply, deeply being checked.
Okay, I'm going back over here. I see David Bryant's left another comment in chat. Okay, gotcha. We'll keep searching, praying for your families. I just posted multiple pictures from what my dog has found searching, and you can feel free to reach out if you would like me to search anywhere. So it sounds like David may have some search dogs himself. David, if you want to send me an email, or reach out to me with Facebook Messenger if you have any information that you would like for me to pass on to the family. I'll be more than happy to do that, and we appreciate that so very much. Jennifer Jennings, thank you for being here. Jennifer says, how long has he been married to the mom? Isn't he Seth's son? Who is searching for this boy, mom, dad, or who? Well, it sounds like there's a lot of people involved, including the mother, the father, the stepfather, and law enforcement. When you say how long has he been married to the mom, are you referring to Chris on panel? Julio, thank you so much for being here. Chris always treated my girls and son with nothing but kindness when we worked together. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, Julio. I know that probably means a lot to him.
That whisper came after they were asked how long they were married. She said someone wanted to know how long you were married. That whisper came, they didn't answer, and then she said who started talking about Julio, who worked with CP. Does Seth know he was being watched or is? Queen Cece, I don't know. Oh, you mean those people? Okay, let's pause for 1 second because I do want to tell you. Someone said that another channel is stating SF Investigates is going to go into town Wednesday because he wants all of the footage and photos that Nick the Hat has gotten and at night. So I think I have him blocked from our community as of yesterday, correct? But he's going to try and go into town Wednesday and get everything. How do you join the channel? 1 second. Friends, can you put a member link up for Nana Roo, please? Family members, mods. So yeah, I just So I just think that we need to pray for Seth. We need to make sure they're getting close. I believe they're getting close. Go back, Jay. Okay, I'll go back. How far do you want me to go back? Yes, SF Investigates, Stephen Fisher Investigates, claims he is going to show up on Wednesday and he is going to go and try and get the thank you, Hope Floats. There you go. The membership link was posted. I don't know. He was saying something yesterday in the chat that was upsetting everyone, so he got blocked. So anyway, yeah, he came in. He's going to go in. So there you go. Let's keep going. Yes, he won't open his mouth again. Correct. And that is on Nick's X also, his X page, saying the father of a missing child was being threatened to be unalived. SF is trying to get the footage from the Texas Roadhouse. He is trying to get the footage from the Texas Roadhouse. So, oh, Austin. No. Austin, let me explain something. I'm glad you brought that up. Our members only from this morning, I bumped it up to the very highest level because now that was shared, information was shared, and I didn't want everyone to go in. So just that one is what's happening because of what occurred today, Austin. Okay. We know you're not the mole. Okay. I moved it up to a higher level for security. Well, Dog's team and all of them, I've reported what we discussed in there and to Nick and them. So I've got it kind of locked under a little bit. Okay. That's the reason. You'll be able to access every other members, but we're going to have to start putting them afterwards up a little bit level when we have more confidential stuff in there like that. So sorry about that, my friend. Yeah, nothing really in his room. We have one from every Saturday, but we've had to put them. We have stuff, we discuss stuff and show stuff that we don't want everyone to see. So they're kind of at a different level right now because people were going in. So let's go ahead and continue. How can someone named on the RICO be allowed to do anything on this case? I do not know. They must not be worried about the RICO. Once the RICO goes into action and all of that comes together, that will be addressed, I'm sure. There's individuals who've been told not to cover the case, right? Because of some of the things they were doing and saying. So sounds like they're scared, Georgia Patriot Woman. It does to me too. Little Red, I'm trying to read your all's comments. Will they release to him? Little Red, I don't think so. I think, well, I know at night won't. No. They'd have to get it from law enforcement, who, in my opinion, would have had it for 9 months, right? So, anyway, let's go ahead and continue. Thank you all for being here. We are listening to the first ever interview from Sebastian's mom and stepfather. And Misty, no, I did not know that they didn't want their name released once they reported him missing. Why? And he didn't want reporters on his filming his home. Exactly. Yes, they have to get it from law enforcement, in my opinion. That is a private agency. I don't think so either. I think it's all talk, in my opinion. Okay, I'm going to mute and we're going to finish.
That's right, Jennifer. I think everybody is searching. It doesn't sound like there's any animosity with anybody that's going on here. So, and please be respectful in the chat. If you want to come in here and attack the family, the moderators can show you to the door. There's no need to announce your departure. Light and Sound says, I pray he wasn't being bullied at school. I imagine classmates who knew him have been interviewed. And yes, I do believe Chris said that earlier. And did he typically take his phone places with him, guys, or did he normally leave it at home?
Believe it or not, it was actually a struggle to get him to carry his phone.
Okay, you all want me to go back to the whisper, so I'm going to go back a little bit for you. You all can't hear sound? I'm muted. Yes, I'm muted so there's no echo. You all, are you not here? Can you hear me? Oh, you couldn't hear the video either? Weird. Okay. That's weird. Let me go back and see what's happening. I hope it doesn't kick us out. It's been weird all day. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, I'll go back.
Other states as well as other areas within the state. So it is deeply, deeply being checked.
Okay, I'm going back over here. I see David Bryant's left another comment in chat. Okay, gotcha. We'll keep searching, praying for your families. I just posted multiple pictures from what my dog has found searching, and you can feel free to reach out if you would like me to search anywhere. So it sounds like David may have some search dogs himself. David, if you want to send me an email, or reach out to me with Facebook Messenger if you have any information that you would like for me to pass on to the family. I'll be more than happy to do that, and we appreciate that so very much. Jennifer Jennings, thank you for being here. Jennifer says, how long has he been married to the mom? Isn't he Seth's son? Who is searching for this boy, mom, dad, or who? Well, it sounds like there's a lot of people involved, including the mother, the father, the stepfather, and law enforcement. When you say how long has he been married to the mom, are you referring to Chris on panel? Julio, thank you so much for being here. Chris always treated my girls and son with nothing but kindness when we worked together. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, Julio. I know that probably means a lot to him. That's right, Jennifer. I think everybody is searching. It doesn't sound like there's any animosity with anybody that's going on here. So, and please be respectful in the chat. If you want to come in here and attack the family, the moderators can show you to the door. There's no need to announce your departure. Light and Sound says, I pray he wasn't being bullied at school. I imagine classmates who knew him have been interviewed. And yes, I do believe Chris said that earlier. And did he typically take his phone places with him, guys, or did he normally leave it at home?
Believe it or not, it was actually a struggle to get him to carry his phone. He's not like your typical teenager. He's not these kids that, got to stick their head in the phone. He's not
glued to it.
He's not. Because of his restrictions, he knows that what it's for, it's a tool. It's not an entertainment device. He had his struggles with doing basic, simple things. And it was a constant reminder, a constant this. And all three parents have been extremely positive and constantly trying to get him like, hey, we got to do this, bud. We got to do that.
Take your phone.
Take your phone.
Teach him to be responsible and to think about it.
Yeah, and then Julio, I can contest. We work together out in San Diego, so he's amazing.
I think that's wonderful. Let me just take care of something here in chat real quick. Jennifer, I appreciate you being here. We welcome all of
He's not like your typical teenager. He's not these kids that, got to stick their head in the phone. He's not
glued to it.
He's not. Because of his restrictions, he knows that what it's for, it's a tool. It's not an entertainment device. He had his struggles with doing basic, simple things. And it was a constant reminder, a constant this. And all three parents have been extremely positive and constantly trying to get him like, hey, we got to do this, bud. We got to do that.
Take your phone.
Take your
Trying to
phone.
teach him to be responsible and to think about it.
And then Julio, I can contest. I mean, we work together out in San Diego, so he's amazing.
I think that's wonderful. Let me just take care of something here in chat real quick. Jennifer, I appreciate you being here. We welcome all opinions, but we're just, how long he's been married to the mother is irrelevant with Sebastian being missing. So I hope that you have a wonderful night, but respectfully, I'm going to have to remove you from chat because it's a distraction. And we are focused on talking about Sebastian and about his case. And I hope you have a wonderful night. And please come back again. Okay, let's get back over here to the chat. I try to not get distracted when we have these situations, but we just don't have time for that. I'm not going to allow disrespect. And my moderators know that. So I appreciate my mods in here. Y'all put some hearts and hands up for the moderators in here. They're doing a fantastic job. We have 363 people in here watching right now. If you haven't already hit the like button, please do that and share this out because it helps to get Sebastian Rogers information circulating on social media. People are going to want to know what the parents have to say. I think it's very important that people hear the facts straight from Sebastian's family. 80 says, I'm autistic myself, but as a kid, I used to have restricted internet access and I've managed to bypass it before. That doesn't shock me because I have a cousin that has the same thing has happened. I think it's different for every kid because there's such a spectrum. There's such a spectrum. So that's why we have to be on high alert. This is a vigilant, important situation because we really don't know the circumstances of what has actually transpired with Sebastian, and he could be in danger. And I see Burton Staggs here. Burton, thank you so much for coming over. He says there's two similar cases. A Mississippi autistic teen was missing and found 9 days later in Tennessee. He walked. In Arizona, an autistic teen walked approximately 200 miles and was found safe. Incredible. Does he have a lot of energy? Does he like to go on long walks and things like that?
Especially off his medicine.
I really would like to get a billboard up for Sebastian. And I think I had mentioned that to you earlier. Do you think that this might be something that would benefit Sebastian to get his face out there if we could get a couple of billboards? Guys, give me some feedback in the chat and let me know what you think. I might could, crowdfund. That's what membership is for. When you guys are members of this channel, that's actually where your money goes, is to these little crowdsourcing things that I do. So I have some money already put back that I can put forward to it, but I probably wouldn't be able to keep it up for more than just a few days because it can get expensive. But what do you guys think about that? Do you think, Trev, what are your thoughts about that? Do you think that having a billboard up for Sebastian might be beneficial?
I think so. I mean, it's, we've looked at that in plenty of cases, and you and I have spoken about that before, talked with, different families. It's at the very least, it's keeping that face and that story in the public eye. It's keeping people reminded of what's going on in their community, what's going on locally, what's going on the next county over, whether they work there, live there, travel through there, they're seeing it.
Well, I can certainly design a billboard. We can work together behind the scenes. You can send me a picture and let me know exactly what you would like it to say, and we can get something started on a blip as early as tomorrow. If you think that that's going to be something, I will look at the locations and I can let you know up for Sebastian might be beneficial?
I think so. I mean, it's, we've looked at that in plenty of cases, and you and I have spoken about that before, talked with, different families. It's at the very least, it's keeping that face and that story in the public eye. It's keeping people reminded of what's going on in their community, what's going on locally, what's going on the next.
I just want to answer your questions about SF. Excuse me. SF investigates. If he's more than welcome, in my opinion, I'm not a professional law enforcement, to go to local law enforcement and ask them on behalf of the parents what they have. Now, does that mean local law enforcement is going to give it to him? I don't know. It just went crazy again. That's weird. I don't know what's happening. But what I can tell you is at night intelligence and their investigators, they're private. They do not have to release. Remember, they said they're working separately from law enforcement, although they give the FBI in DC their information and things like that, but they are working separate from law enforcement. Okay, so that's he may say he's going to come to town and get what Nick has, but he's not going to get it from at night and Nick and all that. And remember, let's recall some of the things that were said all over his page, and so don't worry about him. He's not going to get what he's not supposed to get. And if he wants to go get it from law enforcement, who's probably had it for 9 months and did nothing with it, in my opinion, allegedly, let him, right? Hi, AMC 52. Thank you. Welcome in. Someone has done something, Cinderella, because it's been weird today. Hi, hey, Jude. I don't even know who it is. I honestly have never even clicked on him. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. This is the very first interview. Right now? Okay, let me get this started. And I'll go over and do it. Is it just one word? Can you put it in the chat, please? So I know exactly the name of it. Yeah, they will laugh at him. And Ebony said a great thing. If he asked for it, in my opinion, I would say, well, you're working with the mother who spoke to them. Just ask her who it is. Okay.
County over, whether they work there, live there, travel through there, they're seeing it.
Well, I can certainly design a billboard. We can work together behind the scenes. You can send me a picture and let me know exactly what you would like it to say, and we can get something started on a blip as early as tomorrow. If you think that that's going to be something, I will look at the locations and I can let you know where they're at, and we can try to get something going. Cold Case Crystal, thank you so much for being here. That's another person that's on my team that covers cases, and she's in Kentucky. And Crystal, did you just send me a Cash App? Cold Case Crystal, thank you so much for sending me that, and I will definitely put it for the billboard. We're still going to put up some billboards for Jaden Carpenter, so you and I need to get together in the next couple of days so we can get these billboards up as soon as possible, because we need to help find Sebastian. Is there anything else that you guys want to share with us that you think that we need to know about the circumstances involving Sebastian going missing? Is there anything that you want to share with us that we have not talked about? I'm going to put this flyer again here so you guys can take another look at that.
I mean, everything that we've covered so far, I mean, is exactly everything that we've covered. We miss him and we want him home.
Just want to bring our baby home.
Mods, thank you for checking the chat. Alan, we're definitely not going to tolerate that. So, if you have a
Alan's gone. I got rid of Alan. He's gone.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Trev.
And Duchess, if I may, while we still have the family up,
Yes.
people in cases like this, guys, and this is for anybody listening now, watching later, however, everybody in their mind has an idea of how a family or how those who know a missing person should react. You know, should they go and talk to these people this day and say these things this day, or what they don't. The thing is here is law enforcement goes and talks to these people, guys. I've known plenty of families in these situations, unfortunately, but law enforcement goes and talks to these people. They don't owe us answers, no matter how curious we get. There's no timetable of when they should stand in front of a camera, or when you should put a microphone in front of them, when they should join this, that, and the other.
Absolutely.
Now, if they bring that to us, then we should sit back and listen and let them tell their story. But what matters is answering who they need to answer to, and that's not us. That's not me. That's not Duchess. That's not you guys. The chief deputy, I believe Chief Deputy Craddock is his name, has been very clear in his press conferences that the family is fully cooperative and there have been zero signs of foul play. Now, if the TBI and the local authorities are saying that there is no sign of foul play, then it is completely irresponsible to make things up. On the contrary, there are cases where you have to look at the home and you look at the family. This is not one of them. We have to look at what's true. And what's true is this 15-year-old boy is missing from his home. He has been missing and he is still missing. And what matters is bringing him home safe to his family, who was kind enough to join us tonight.
I'm just going to pause that a second while I'm doing this, and then we'll get back to it. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. Okay, everyone, I'm back. We are going to continue. We are going to continue on with the interview.
And answer your questions. So while nobody has to believe any certain thing, we need to respect what we're told by those who are in charge. And so just remember that as we go through this case and in any case you listen to.
And I support this message. Thank you, Trev. That was very well said, and I appreciate you saying that. We just need to be respectful. There's things that the family want to share, and there's things that they're not obligated to share any information, but they desperately want to find their child. And I want to give them a safe place to be able to come here and share the information that they want us to know, so that we can get it out there on social media, that we know what the facts are, that we've heard it directly from the family, so we know what the misinformation is. Like they told us earlier, the FBI is not on the ground searching for Sebastian. Yes, the card team was contacted, and they were, they were spoken to, but they're not active. And there's people putting that on social media. The facts matter. We're not going to solve the case. It's for law enforcement. We have to let them do their job. So there's no need to come into this live stream and throw accusations around and disrespect this family, period. If you have a problem,
it doesn't help.
doesn't.
Sebastian's still missing, and he is without his medication. He is not he's not in his home. He is missing. He is likely very scared and unsure of his circumstances, and he is endangered at this moment. So I think 100% of the efforts and emotions should be put towards finding him. He deserves to be home. And if you, in taking the time to just mislead and say false things, and wherever you may go, leave your opinions at the door, because it's about bringing this child home.
Thank you, Stacy. We appreciate your prayers. Yes, Mary, that is true. There is an anonymous group of Nashville business owners that have started a reward fund for Sebastian, and that is $3,000. So we want to thank those anonymous business owners for doing that. That's an amazing thing to do. I did ask the family if there was any other reward funds that were going to be activated at this time, and there are not. And that's all they're going to say on that. And the families are entitled to privacy, Ginger Snaps, absolutely. And they are entitled to respect, and they will get it in this house. Now, Janeth, I appreciate you being here. How did they know he took a flashlight? Well, I asked that very same question today, and I was so glad that Sebastian's mother explained it to me, because when I read that news article, I was like, well, how did they know he had a flashlight? Do you want to tell us about that?
One of the first things that was asked is because he left when it was very dark outside, was if he might have taken a flashlight. And he actually has one that he plays with regularly, and I can't find it.
Okay, I want to stop real quick, because the person who gave me the information about what was being said on that live went back and watched the live again, and they said that they believe it was a school possibly that they were saying he was sent to, and that she thinks it was Chris that he emailed allegedly. Okay, so they are going back to verify, because they know I don't watch that channel. So that he emailed Chris, not Katie. So whichever is going on. But that's what's happening on that one. So let's keep going. We're going to bring him home.
So it's likely that he took it.
Okay. Jason asks, thank you for being here, Jason. Does he have anything that he holds on to? Anything that he has to have with him at all times? Something that keeps him calm when he has it?
He has various fidgets that he changes out and plays with.
Have you noticed any of those are missing as well?
Honestly, it'd be impossible to tell. He plays with paper clips and pennies and Legos, things that several could go missing and it wouldn't be noticeable.
Okay. Please put some green hearts and prayer hands in the chat for this family, because today is 7 days, and this is a critical time that we need to come together and stop attacking the family. If you can't do something productive, like just sit on your hands or something, I don't know. And Trev, I do appreciate all that you've done. Trev has been sharing information every day. He has been doing live streams, and you guys definitely need to connect. I will put you guys in touch with each other because he's local to Tennessee, and I know that he will be able to help in any way that he can. And we will definitely connect this week, and we will, if not tonight, then tomorrow, so we can get those billboards up. I will get with Crystal later, and we'll talk about that and try to get those worked out as soon as possible. Is there anything else that you want us to share? Is there anything else that you think that we have not covered, Trev? Is there anything that you want to add to this conversation that you feel that we've missed?
Well, I just want to encourage people to keep going. It's, keep the hope up and keep sharing his picture, keep sharing his story, keep sharing his flyer, keep praying that he returns, and keep listening to what we're told by authorities, because they're out there looking and they haven't stopped and they won't. We all play our part in different ways. If you're on social media, simply sharing his flyer. If you're here on YouTube, simply interacting with a video that has his information. Whatever it is, do it for Sebastian. Because until he's brought home, that's the mission, that's the goal, and that's the fight. And that's what we'll do, standing beside this family and beside those looking and beside Sebastian until he comes home.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the end goal. So if you see this flyer on social media, you guys can share this from my YouTube community wall, from Trev's. You can share it from our face. It's just sometimes you got to take it a day at a time, but sometimes you can only take it an hour at a time or 5 minutes at a time. And you don't have to explain yourself to anybody, because you don't know how you're going to feel until you're going through it. And how you process things is not necessarily going to be how the next person does. But you don't owe anybody an explanation. Just know that our hearts are with you. And you have a lot of people. Look at all of these people. We have 400 people watching this live stream right now. There are so many people that are out here supporting. Don't listen to these naysayers.
We just want to say thank you to everyone who's working with us to try and bring him home.
And everybody for all your support and your prayers and your love.
You are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. That's what we're here to do. Is we're here to lift each other up. It takes a village. It takes a village, and that's what we have to do. We're just here to help each other out.
Okay, y'all, don't worry about the distractions that are occurring on the other channels, okay? Don't even worry about it. Well, I appreciate you letting me know. I took care of it. Let's not worry about it. Let's keep talking about Sebastian. So apparently I was messaged, there's a little bit of a difference. It was the person's going to go back and watch and say that, and let us know, but they believe that it was said that what they're claiming, alleging, which isn't true in my opinion, is that Seth wrote CP and said about putting him in the home. So let's just wait, see. Doesn't matter. It's dramatic anyway. It's drama, in my opinion. Jen and Don, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Absolutely. Just ignore them. And so that is the very first interview. Now, if you'll notice, it was never, ever, ever mentioned that he took out the trash. Never was that mentioned that he took out the trash. So very interesting, right? So, yeah. Let's see if there's any updates before we. So that is the first one. And that is the day before. That is the day before they did their local one. The next day, on March 4th, their first local interview, and March 4th is, I believe, when March 4th is when Sumner County Sheriff Office Sumner County Sheriff's Office scaled back their search. So, first interview, never mentioned taking the trash to the end of the driveway because that's his chore. That never came up, unfortunately. So, not unfortunately, but it's interesting to me. Hi, YouTuber. Thank you for being here. All of you, thank you so much for being here. No, nothing new yet. Just that they have 3 persons of interest and one who they believe. Let's go ahead and read the last update before we sign off of here. We'll read it again because it's important. Excuse me. This is from today, 7 hours ago now. Hi, AGOT Change. At night, private intelligence is issuing an important update in the search for 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Our ongoing efforts, we have over 600 in. Make sure you put in the thumbs up, friends. Thank you so much. And Nana Roo, you're the best. Thank you for your kindness. At night, private agent intelligence is issuing an important update in the search for 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Our ongoing efforts have led to the preliminary identification of 3 persons of interest. Interesting, we have persons of interest and also persons of interest that they had mentioned before too. So I wonder if it's in addition. Ongoing efforts have led to the preliminary identification of 3 persons of interest in connection with the events of February 25th, 2024, the night Sebastian disappeared. Person of interest number 1, POI number 1. We have reason to believe this person has direct knowledge of what unfolded that evening and may hold critical information about Sebastian's disappearance. POI2, sorry, person of interest 2. This individual is believed to be working with the first person of interest in some capacity and may provide valuable context or corroborating details. So person of 1, they think has critical information and direct knowledge. Person of interest number 2, they believe is working with person of interest 1 and may be able to provide corroborating details and valuable context. Person of interest 3, while potentially unrelated to the other 2, this person is believed to possess knowledge that could shed light on the events leading to Sebastian's disappearance. At this stage, we are not disclosing further details about these individuals, but we emphasize that identifying and speaking with them is critical to the ongoing efforts. This is a nationwide focus. We urge anyone with information about these individuals to come forward, regardless of their location. These persons of interest may not reside in Tennessee or may have traveled across state lines, making nationwide awareness crucial. If you have any information about these individuals or their whereabouts, please contact us or federal officials. We are incredibly grateful for the public support and patience. We encourage anyone with information to come forward and join us in this mission. Together, we can bring Sebastian safely home and establish a legacy of hope for others. So that is the latest. So they are now persons of interest that they would like to speak to, that they think have direct knowledge, 1 or 2 of them, giving them a chance to come forward right now. Okay, so what is going to come of it? We do not know. What we do hope comes of it is that it leads to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And his 16th birthday is 7 days from today. His 16th birthday is 7 days from today. So let's go ahead and hope and pray that there is news about Sebastian's location prior to his 16th birthday. I really appreciate you all being here. Thank you, Michelle Reed Duncan. I really appreciate you all being here. If you could please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you like the community and haven't joined us yet. And if you're a family member, thank you so much for being here. If you're a subscriber, first-time viewer, thank you so much. And Maj, you've done a wonderful job as always, and I truly appreciate you. Hit that notification bell, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Thank you, Nanaroo, and everyone for your generosity and for being here. We are going to bring him home. Talk soon.